Hey, we're back and we're going to be talking about design, so how you can get the best score on your design for your data visualization in Tableau's Iron Viz. So I feel the main thing you want to go for design is having that ease of understanding. These judges aren't going to have too long to review your work, so you want to be able to have something that's very approachable for them, that they can see, they can understand, they can really sort of find their way through your work. If it's quite messy, if it's quite complicated, it may be off-putting, it may be distracting, it may be a challenge for your message to get through. So when I look at design, you can also think of that sort of path that someone's going to follow. This idea of don't leave it up to that judge to sort of think of where should I be going with this, am I supposed to be reading this bit or that bit. It's quite clear where they should be going, and to have a sort of quite straightforward path. So we typically put a path down of going from a big picture down to some individual details, or you may start at, say, an individual story perspective and then bubble up to a bigger picture kind of story. So it's no secret that Iron Viz tends to attract a lot of long form visualizations, and I believe it's because of this, because it's quite easy to follow down. So these have been designed in a way so they're quite easy to understand, to follow. Here I've put together, this was a project I did for the last 2 years in 2020 and 2021, where I took all the submissions for Iron Viz from Twitter and posted them on this web page as the full image, so you could go and see the work as it was being produced and submitted on Twitter. So you can immediately see here they start coming through. They're quite long in these cases, so even scrolling down, this is all one visualization, this is another one, another visualization. I mean, these are really beautiful visualizations, very long, very engaging pieces of work. To do have a look through past entries, you will see this long form coming up again and again. It's because it's quite easy to follow down the line. So lots of really fun, like long form, very beautifully designed visualizations here. Always a good place to come for inspirations, to look through some of the older works, some of the things you really liked on Tableau Public. But yes, the long form is the way for spelling out that easy to follow path for any judge to go and scroll through that work at their own pace. And again, the visualization I put in for last year's feeder competition is no different. You start at the top here with this introduction, you have your quiz that you submit your answers for, you then dive straight into the detail of the big picture of you got one right, well, one interpreted correctly, then going into more detail, breaking that detail down by question, by the individual question types, how many you got right, then done by the people, then to the individual person level detail as well, for coming back to what the central point of the dashboard is all about. So again, going through this sort of big picture to the individual detail, you can flip it the other way, but yes, think about this kind of design of going from one to another and making it really clear that it's quite easy to follow and understand. The secret to all of this is putting your interests, your enjoyment, these passions you have down on the page for someone else to come and feel that enthusiasm you have and for it to rub off on them. So you're passing on everything you enjoy about this topic onto your judge, and it really shines through in your work. And it makes for very satisfying work to do, a very enjoyable project to work on for the time you'll need for this project.